Hi, friends, and welcome back. I hope everyone had a great week this week. This week was, for me, a week of new discoveries that were too good not to share with you. So this first one was actually a discovery by a friend of mine. Her name is Wanda, and she had been wanting to take me to this particular Salvation Army, and it's actually in Laconia, New Hampshire. Now, that's kind of the beginning of the Lake Winnipesaukee area, and I know many people vacation there, which is one of the reasons I want to share this with you in case you happen to be one of those persons that vacations at Lake Winnipesaukee, or Lake Winnie as we call it here in New Hampshire. So I was intrigued. Definitely, she said, oh, it's so nice, you need to see it. So we took a drive up this week, and she was right. I was so impressed. I did take some video to share with you, and this store was it was incredible. It was so neat and organized. They had hutches and some things actually behind locked glass that were more valuable, but their displays were incredible. And obviously someone is taking time to work on these displays. They're not just throwing it out on a shelf. They actually had the store kind of divided up. You had your main section, but then you had the housewares department. You had almost looked like a little library for all of the books in a separate room. Another room for their linens, another room for their crafts. And I was very impressed. And the employees there, they were just hustling around working. And so they put a lot of effort into it. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you. I did buy a couple of things, and I will share that with you also. Now, other than thrifting, another thing I really enjoy doing, especially I think this time of year when it's not the nicest outside, is I like to bake. I truly do enjoy baking, and that has been a lifelong thing for me. I don't bake as much anymore now that the family is out of the house, and I'm also looking for a more healthy way to bake. If you've watched several of my videos, any on the baking, I have spoke of einkorn flour before. And I always typically use jovial einkorn flour, which I really like. Now, I had started using einkorn because my youngest daughter has a wheat sensitivity, and she has no issues with einkorn flour. It's a heritage grain, and it's just much easier. It is higher in protein than a lot of our just normal all-purpose flours. And what I like about the einkorn flour is it's 1-to-1, so I can use my normal recipes. Well, I made a new discovery. I had ordered it a couple of weeks ago. It did come right away, and it's a company called Farm to Flour. They are actually a family farm, a fourth generation family farm in Illinois. All of their flours are certified organic. They grind it or mill it the day before they ship it out to you. You can go on their website. I am going to list it below because it's interesting to read their story. So anyway, I did order the einkorn flour. I got a bread flour and an all-purpose flour. The one that I tried first was the bread flour, and I made some sandwich bread for us. I love it, which is why I'm sharing it with you, because this was a little less expensive than the Jovial brand that I typically buy. And of course, I love to support small if I can. And the shipment came within a matter of days after ordering. So I was very, very pleased with it. I know everyone is making sourdough now. I chose not to get into the sourdough. I have so many choices around me to buy local handmade, so I choose to do that. But this sandwich bread was very good. Again, great for sandwiches, great to have with soup as we did toast. I would highly recommend it, and I will have the recipe that I used linked below this video. Now, the other thing that I made this week that was way too good not to share, I guess I would call it like a chocolate covered nut seed bark. Very healthy ingredients in it. There are all kinds of recipes online, and I'm going to share with you below my version of it. It is so good. It reminds me so much of that. It was always called Christmas crack, and it's because it was so good you couldn't stop eating it. It was with the saltine crackers. You had caramel and then a chocolate top. This was so good, and honestly, it reminded me a lot of that Christmas crack. When my friend Wanda came over to pick me up to go to the thrift store, I had her taste it. And she actually went back to the refrigerator and helped herself. She said, I need more. I need more. It's so good. And all of the ingredients in it are healthy. Your sweetener is a little bit of maple syrup. I personally used Lily's chocolate chips. So it's lower in sugar, and I believe they use stevia as their sweetener. And some of the recipes call for a tahini. However, I used this. It's called Nutso, and it is a nut butter. It's organic. I actually found mine at Wegmans. I'd never heard of it before. Saw it, decided to try it. It is so good. There are no added ingredients in it. It is nuts, seeds, and salt. And when I say nuts, I'm talking cashews, almonds, Brazil nuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds. It's just really good. So I used this as my nut butter, mixed in with all of my variety of seeds. You bake it, and then you top it with a chocolate and coconut oil frosting per se. You just melt your chocolate and you pour it on top and spread it. And it is delicious and good for you. And so I thought it was a great thing to share. Just a little something to munch on maybe in the afternoon in lieu of a cookie or something like that. So I guess that's it. I just wanted to hop on and say hi real quick. Just give a little intro to explain kind of what I'm showing in the video and why. And I certainly hope you enjoy it and try these recipes. I'm telling you, especially that chocolate seed bark. It is so good and so good for you. So if you've tried it before, or if you do try it in the future, comment below and let me know. It's newer to me. Maybe it's been around a while. I don't know. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Enjoy. are the few purchases that I made. This, I thought it was very pretty, and I'm going to put it in my spare bathroom. I was thinking even as a little toothbrush holder. The color goes great in that bathroom, so I just picked that up. This was really pretty. It's like brand new. So, oh, I also purchased some cards. It's always good to have, I forgot about these. It's always good to have cards on hand. I thought they were very pretty. And honestly, at 25 cents each, cards these days are ridiculously expensive. So I just purchased those. But back to the book. Beautiful pictures. And I just thought it was fun. I am not familiar with this book. I had not seen it before. It is like brand new. It's a larger book. So I was excited to have that again. I call these my coffee table books. Very pretty. Oh, look, I didn't even notice that. It's originally from LL Bean and was $34.95. I promise you I didn't pay that. The other thing were these cute little glass dishes. I have maybe 2 of them already. For 49 cents, they're so pretty. I love putting candles on them or a little display, maybe with a cloche on top. I don't know, so many uses. I showed these in the video. I loved these glasses. There were only 5, and that's perfectly fine. They're an etched glass, 99 cents each. So not even $5 for 5 of them. So I was very happy with those. And then the last thing was this old Highland whiskey jug. Glengarry is the trademark, and it's very heavy. It's kind of a unique old jug. I'd not seen one like this before, so I purchased it based on its uniqueness. I don't know anything about the whiskey. If it is, it's stamped here, London and Glasgow, so I don't know if it's based in England or Scotland. Either way, fun jug. So that's it for my Salvation Army purchases. Fun store. If you're ever in the area, I would highly recommend you stop in. It's an impressive Salvation Army, that's for sure. Look, this just caught my attention. This couple moved to Maine from Michigan in 1977. I hadn't spotted that earlier. friends. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a great week, and let me know if you try these. I promise you, they are so good. Have a good one. Bye-bye.